Yori, for the last 4 episodes, has been laboring, camera in hand, to get her stories printed in the newspaper. Here in episode 5, Pegula is here, June takes photographs upon a vessel, and he is told to write a good article. Okay, if June works for the paper too, this series hasn't successfully instilled the notion. You could say I'm nonplussed. Do I blame the series? Do I blame the subtitles? It's a minor thing, but it bugs me. The ship June's on immediately gets iced over as a blizzard violently erupts, even taking down an aircraft. It gets bumpy and June loses his balance. Well, did you fall on the young woman on purpose, June? I can tell that she didn't mind it. She resists June's animal magnetism and acts professionally, caring for his arm. June finds himself trapped in a Japanese base in the South Pole because the weather outside is frightful and it's not at all delightful. Everyone sits around and discusses the blizzard. I mean, it's some summertime in Antarctica, but it feels like Old Man Winter is outside being all crotchety. June and the others at the base also talk about a biologist that went missing. Mr. Ito, in an act of sheer stupidity, braves the harsh weather to find the biologist. The guy has been missing for 3 years, and now, all of a sudden, Mr. Ito decides to do something about it in the face of a violent blizzard. See ya, Mr. Ito. This, ladies and gentlemen, is what they mean when they speak of natural selection. By the way, knowing that June's looking to score, here comes Miss Kuwahara in a referee's shirt. Oh, you tease! June won't be distracted by your mind games, woman. The winds of the blizzard just picked up a 4-ton snowmobile. What the heck's going on? Not only that, but the temperature begins to drastically fall. Oh my goodness! Some jerk decides to tell everyone else that they're all kooky conspiracy theorists. He claims the flying snowmobile was an illusion, some sort of reflection in the air. June refuses to let the bearded prick shut him down and suggests there is something fishy about the disappearance of the biologist, Mr. Nomura. In the middle of the night, June snoops around looking for clues. Don't tell me a smart guy like June is going to try something foolish like Mr. Ito. June then spots Kuwahara sneaking about. She opens the door to what's outside in the sheer cold, another floating vehicle, and the monster behind the mayhem. The sight is too much to bear, and Kuwahara faints. Luckily, June is there to catch her. Yes, June is a nice fella and whatnot, but I know what's on his mind. Boom, chicka, wow, wow! Then, look who stumbles in. Did the town drunk wander all the way to Antarctica? That would be awesome! But sadly, God took pity on poor Mr. Ito and spared his life. You see that, Darwin? Just when you think you have it figured out, God throws a monkey wrench into your logic. So why was Mr. Ito spared? Why, to become a creeper, it seems. Watch out, Kuwahara! He's gonna squeeze them titties if you're not careful. Once again, Jun's on the scene to guard them titties. No, Mr. Ito. Bad Mr. Ito. You need something called consent for titty grabbing. Miss Kuwahara, being the compassionate professional woman she is, tends to the grabby Mr. Ito. Besides, he was going on about the missing biologist Nomura. What does Mr. Ito know? I don't know, but Miss Kuwahara intends to find out. She takes off in a snowmobile. June and 2 others follow her tracks. Her snowmobile is trashed, but Kuwahara isn't far away. She's unconscious. Ho ho ho! Good thing Mr. Ito isn't around. Her body rests next to a dog. A dog? Yes, a dog. The dog that Mr. Nomura took with him when he went missing 3 years ago. So where's Mr. Nomura? Dead! His corpse preserved in the ice. Pegula arrives and blows everyone away in a laughable-looking way, but everyone survives. Miss Kuwahara admits to June why she was obsessed with finding Mr. Nomura. They were to be wed! Don't look so disappointed, June. The dude's dead. You can totally still score. They then wonder why Pegula dislikes the dog Sabu. I know people like that. They just don't like dogs. How can a person not like dogs? Then they wonder how Sabu lived in Antarctica for 3 whole years without succumbing to starvation. Yeah, I'd like to know that too. Apparently Sabu has been eating moss. What's more, Pegula dislikes the moss. Oh, so he doesn't have a problem with dogs then. This is all very contrived. Somehow I can overlook that and still enjoy this episode. Us simple-minded folk are immune to logic and reason. The bearded prick, however, is so stuck on logic and reason that he argues that the moss can't be used to stop Pegula. Dude, there's a giant monster using a deep freeze technique to create weightlessness, thus blowing the 4-ton snowmobiles around. Let go of your sense of what is and isn't possible. At this point in the episode, I wouldn't be surprised if the dog Sabu grew into a giant werewolf and battled Pegula with moss-powered flatulence. Wait, that isn't what's going to actually happen, is it? Oh, Miss Kuwahara is smart. She knows what to do. There's this chemical she extracted from the moss. So Jun suggests loading the weather observation rocket with the chemical and launching it at Pegula. It should work. I mean, Miss Kuwahara tested the stuff on seals and they suffered agonizing deaths. Wait, what? They set up the rocket, but the nerdy guy in charge of firing it has a panic attack. Jun steps in, pimp slaps the four-eyed failure, and launches the rocket himself. Success City, baby. Pegula runs away and the base is spared. Jun, the hero of the day, boards a ship to return home. It's bittersweet for Miss Kuwahara because they never did get a chance to bang. Oh well, and the dead fiancé could have her feeling a little low too.